Hey everyone, this is Johnny with Light in the Storm Disaster Relief Ministries. I'm here today to show you basic and advanced supply needs to volunteer in a disaster. As you know, Friday we are heading out to go to East Tennessee and West North Carolina for the catastrophic floods. If you would like to come and volunteer with us, these are things you might need. We're going to start off with the basics. Basics for any volunteer are gloves. Majority of the time, we try to provide these for our volunteers. So if you do want to come with us, we do provide gloves, we provide high-vis vests, and we provide safety glasses. But something you need to bring, it's hard for us to keep, is please bring your own proper set of shoes. These are composite toe boots that are rated for electrical proof. And the reason why you want something that is rated for electric proof, because on the ground in most disasters, there's a lot of power lines, there's a lot of electricity if the power isn't off. So it's very important that if you make a wrong step, that you can have something that could ground you and keep you from being electrocuted. Also, it is important for you to bring food and water. In most disasters we go to, there is almost no food on the shelves and no water. Usually there's a boiling effect, meaning the water from the well is contaminated. Here's some hand tools we use in a disaster. This is the ultimate disaster relief tool. This is an aluminum snow shovel. This tool is brought on our trailer every time we go to any disaster. For floods, it is perfect for scooping up mud and other debris. Tornadoes, it is perfect for getting shingles, nails, screws, pieces of small debris out of the way, and hurricanes too. So that is a really ultimate tool. When we're mucking out, for this example, we are going to be using 5-gallon buckets, squeegees, so that way we can muck out. Mucking out is when a house is flooded, and it usually gets flooded with several feet, there's a sediment layer that lands in the home. This is a layer that we are going to be shoveling out, putting in buckets, and then carrying it outside to dump. The quicker we get this off the floor of the home, the quicker they can get closer to recovering. Now, if you want to be a little bit more advanced, these are some items you want to bring on a disaster. These are for people that want to do this more than one time a year or a couple weeks at a time. These are really essential. First is proper wear. You would want a poncho and some muck out boots. These are great for mud or you're working in heavy rain. These are perfect to keeping your feet dry. Keeping your feet dry makes you happy volunteer, and you don't have to worry about changing socks every couple hours. Another thing is communication. Communication is extremely important in a disaster. We communicate through GMRS radios, and we give our team leaders and volunteers each a radio to communicate back and forth with us, because most times in a disaster, cell phone coverage is down. There is no cell phone coverage, and if you're fortunate enough to have satellite, that's the only means of communication. So we do provide those for our team leaders. The other thing is a chainsaw. This takes serious training and is a big liability. We do not provide these, but if you decided to go on a disaster for yourself, make sure you're educated and you're following the proper procedures. You've got ear protection, eye protection, head protection, even chaps that stop the chainsaw from bucking back and getting your leg. These are really important things to have. We also supply our volunteers with heavy-duty construction trash bags. They're very important to have in a disaster, bagging up a lot of debris, a lot of wet clothing, a lot of cherished items. We can lay them out. Also, when we do lay them out, we put them on tarps to let them dry out, and if they're of value, then we allow the victim to come and get what they need, because anything left from a disaster is worth its weight in gold to them, because that's all they have left. So we're moving on to something a little bit more advanced. We are CERT certified, which is Community Emergency Response Team. We do the training. To Serve Ministries Kentucky 10 do offer the training as well. It is a community emergency response team to allow you to have the training and knowledge if you are first on scene to help the site. So that way, when the emergency surfaces, it is seamless. It teaches you all kinds of amazing things. It is really important to have a highlighter paint. This is for when you find a home that it does not have a marking on the front of the house. So if you go in there and search it for a victim, you spray this in the front, and it will let the next guy or the next search and rescue to go and see if there's victims in there or not. And it will also give warnings of if it's deemed safe to walk through or it's not. We're moving on to our medical bags. These medical bags are really important. Now you can get a small little first aid kit from Walmart, or you can get more advanced triage kits like this. They're very important to have because when you're in a disaster, all the emergency services are full. That's it. That's all they have. It might be days before they get back to you. These will have tourniquets, blood clotting agents, stitches, and all the other bandages and wound cleaning utensils you need. Also, I like to bring MREs with me because sometimes food is scarce. A lot of people think it's scarce for the victims. It's also scarce for the volunteers. So it's always important to bring your own non-perishable foods that you could take with you. That way you can continue to serve and be happy and help these victims as much as possible. Now we're all looking forward to seeing y'all and seeing how many of y'all want to come out with us to serve in East Tennessee and West North Carolina. If you need us, please get on our website, fill out our volunteering form, and thank you for watching.